Maverick 100.9, Aggie Lands Country Alternative. It's Corliss. Super excited to talk to George Dearborne about some brand new music. How are you, George?
I'm great, Carlos. I thank you for having me here.
Oh, I'm always happy to have you. Good to hear that you're doing well. We haven't chat in quite some time. I don't even know if we got to catch up on how 2020 was for you, you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't. That was quite a stretch right there.
For all of us, wasn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you are coming at us with some brand new music. It's called A Fire That Just Won't Burn, which already sounds so beautiful just by the title. So you got to give me the details on this single. Where did it come from?
Well, I went to Nashville to record this album, and Jimmy Ritchie was my producer, and he throughout the course of probably, I don't know, 6 months, I received many songs to listen to and pick from. And this was a song, The Fire That Just Won't Burn was a song that was written by Jimmy Ritchie, the producer, plus Tommy Connors and Don Poitras. And, they're all proficient songwriters. And
Yeah.
the cool thing about it, I say cool, I don't know if it is or not, but in my book it is, because this is the only collaboration that they ever had together, and they came up with this one song. And I heard it over and over, and I loved it, and so I decided to cut it.
Oh man, that is cool though. I'm a songwriter fan. I believe that you can be a fan of a singer. You can also be a fan of songwriting. And I know I always have been. I'm sure you would agree. You can't think of everything, right? And we look towards these lyricists to really bring out everything that we're feeling.
That's correct. In my younger years, I was able to write several songs, and I don't know. It seems like here lately, I just had the writer's block or whatever, and have just been focusing on the band that I have and the music that we're playing, and getting out and playing it for the people.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a great focus as a performer. That's what we all have to strive to do. And the rest comes along with it. Being a musician is not a year-long career. It's 24/7 for your entire life. So, you're heavy in some places, low in others, and then it'll flip-flop on you constantly for the rest of your career.
That's right. It's what I have found out is always be prepared, because you don't know what's going to pop up there. And back in the '90s, I was hot and heavy back and forth to Nashville. We were working on a record deal and had some good things going. Then about middle ways of 1994, I said, and I had some family things going on. I ended up quitting. I quit for 22 years, so I've just been back into it for 5 years now. And so it's been going great.
Yeah, like you said, it does. You've got your ups, you've got your downs, and in the end, you're a musician at the core, and I'm so glad you're still making music, George. And I'm really excited to debut this one to everyone here listening to Maverick. I think we're going to do that now. It's called A Fire That Just Won't Burn by George Dearborne. Due to copyright, Brian Broadcasting is not licensed to bring you music in podcast form, but we do urge you to go out, find these singles, download and stream, and of course, listen for more Texas country. Red Dirt and Rebels on Maverick 100.9. Today's interview continues now. You just heard it here first on Maverick 100.9. George Dearborne and A Fire That Just Won't Burn. I've got George on with me now. And George, we were talking about, the writer lull has come. And I'm sure you would agree that a lot of people experienced that in the beginning of the pandemic. And you had to find ways to work around it. And you said you've been focused mainly on your band and the live music aspect. Have you been able to tour quite a bit?
Well, it's from the start of COVID, up until now, I basically changed my whole group, and it's and a lot of it was a product of COVID. And so, but the group of guys I have right now, they're all very seasoned players. They've all played with, my steel guitar player was with Gene Watson up until COVID. And he decided to stay with me, which is was a great thing for me.
Yeah.
And, a fiddle player, he's very proficient, very good fiddle player. Has played around for years, and the rest, the same for all of the other members of my group.
Man, isn't that cool? It still gives everybody that positive outlook that really good things were able to be found during such a trying time. And to hear that you're still benefiting from that, and your band not only came together as a collective, but, you guys are actually happy working together. That's always what we hope to see. Well,
it's like anything else. It's a business for sure, but when your guys get along together, and you don't have all the drama and all that, which is something I cannot handle.
Right, I can't either,
and I don't handle it. So I've got a great group right now. We all get along. We love what we're doing, and it shows when they get on stage.
And did you say you've got a new record out, or is this single the first of many to come?
Well, if everything works out right, I'm on my way to the studio in the near future to cut another song that we found. This album, I do have this song, "A Fire Just Won't Burn," is on an album, and there's a couple more on there we're talking about releasing. But in between all of that, we found this other song, and we think we're gonna go ahead and cut it and release it next.
Oh wow!
And then we'll go back to the album.
Yeah, you're pulling double duty, but I guess when something fits, you got to roll with it, don't you?
Right. Snooze, you lose.
Yeah. Well, I am so excited to see what the future holds for you, and super proud of you for releasing new music this year. Of course, y'all can get "A Fire That Just Won't Burn" right now. Look up George Dearborne, and don't forget to go out and see him on tour. He is touring, got the whole band together. Check out any kind of social media website, everything. George, we sure do appreciate you bringing the new music to Maverick.
Carlos, look, I know you get a lot of music your way, and I just want to tell you, I appreciate you playing our stuff, and I couldn't be more thankful.